Come on.
Welcome back. Chucky's on 106.7 The Fan. Triumphant Tuesday. Redskins win on Monday night in Dallas. Beat the Cowboys 20-17. We've been talking about it all morning. Colt McCoy, 25 for 30, 299 yards. Hit Deshaun Jackson, 6 passes for 136 yards. Defense looked fantastic. Pressuring Tony Romo throughout.
5 sacks.
Breland had 4 pass breakups and a forced fumble.
Well, the one in the end zone was huge.
Brandon Merriweather had a big game. But we do want to look ahead and get your thoughts on where you see the Redskins. You know, at the beginning of the year, before the season ever starts, we always go through the schedule and we do the wins
It's such
or
a
losses.
dumb bit. We do
It's
it
a
every
dumb
year.
bit, but we do it. I had them as a 6-win team. I think EB had them at 8. Cakes was right around 8. I'm not exactly sure where Lurch
7.
had the Redskins.
7
But if you had to
wins,
do it again
Richard.
right now, you're halfway through, EB. Okay, you're 3-5.
Can I
So now you
look
got
at it?
8 games left. Just
Oh,
do it
hold
again
on.
right now. I'll give it to you.
I'll just
mark
tell
it
you my
down.
blink.
All right. They're
Go ahead.
at Minnesota on Sunday.
All right, I don't think this is a toss-up game if I've ever seen. This is the biggest pick'em in history, but I'm gonna say Skins with a little momentum and three-game winning street.
Hey,
right.
are you going to bet on
It's
the
a
Vikings?
huge pick 'em.
Will you bet on the Vikings?
Yes, guaranteed. Lock.
100%, $100.
I
I
will
don't know
not.
100, but a 100, but a lock.
Drab's got me on a 3-game
All right,
parlay.
so we're doing second. We're doing second half records. Cakes. What happens in Minnesota on Sunday?
Minnesota wins in a squeak,
All
squeak,
right, you've
squeaker.
got a lost Lurch.
I should have done that. I should have bet that. So stupid.
Minnesota wins.
All right,
Yeah,
you
'cause
lost.
You're betting on history. They're not going to
I've
win 3
got
in
the
a row.
Redskins winning. All right, then they have the bye
All right, so
week.
hold on. So that makes them what?
Oh, you can't lose the
3
bye
and
week.
6?
They'd be 3-6.
All right, 3 and 6.
Then they have the bye week, and then Robert's going to be the starting quarterback.
I love-
99% chance against Tampa Bay at home.
Winner.
They beat the Yucks at home.
What's
the
the
Robert return.
over-under on Skins players that go to Atlantis during the bye week?
12.
Yeah, all right, probably a good number.
I go over.
All right,
hold
then
on.
we got Tampa at home.
I have winner.
Robert playing.
Robert
Yes.
playing.
I
And
mean, what's
just,
Tampa's record? Are they 1-7?
they just,
Yeah, they're dreadful.
They just lost in overtime
this is the good part.
against the
This-
Vikings.
Meat of the schedule right here. I mean,
They just had an overtime game against the Vikings.
I got to get them to my 8 somehow. Winner.
Lurch.
They beat the They beat the Bucks. Beat the Bucks.
All right, so you got them at 4-6.
They're 1-6.
I have them winning, and so EB and I would have them both at 500 with a 4-game winning streak. Lurch
You guys have them on a
and
mega heater.
Keeks have them both losing on the road. All right, so after that,
Loser.
now all of a sudden you got San Francisco and Indianapolis.
Just 2 losers. We all agree.
Where are they?
Both on the
on the
road.
road.
Both on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
Cakes.
losers. We all agree.
Loser.
Lurch.
We all agree.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them.
Loser,
They're
loser.
definitely not beating my boys.
All right,
You're
so
bit salty.
Oh,
Cap is not losing to Robert.
I get sized. I hope he does.
And then Indy, yeah, I'll say LL.
Come on.
so then Cakes and Lurch
it's
have
going to
them
hurt
as
too
a
because JB's
4-8
talking about how
team.
great those quarterbacks are.
Have 5 and 7.
How much luck outplayed Robert?
Yeah, it's
Then
really
they're
gonna hurt.
home against the Rams on December 7th. I would have them as a win against the Rams at home.
Let me tell you something. The Skins could be 0-15, and I'd pick them against the Rams every time.
Yeah, and you lose most of them
I
up
don't
to this
care.
point.
They're the effing Rams.
They're going to beat the Roms.
I
at
can't
home.
get out of it.
Lurch.
Austin Davis.
Yes.
Sometimes he's a beast.
You know what? Rams upset the Skins there.
All right, so you got them at 4-9 at that point.
What do I have? I got him
Then
at
they
6.
go on the road. Last road game of the season would be against the Giants.
Loser.
Loser. That's a house of horrors for them.
Yeah, loser. I mean, that's easy. This is
I'm
easy.
going to say win because no
It's a
one
win,
expects
so he
them to.
balances it out.
I'm gonna
So
say they
you
beat
get-
the Giants.
You're like betting against yourself. All right.
No,
It's
how?
weird.
How am I
You're
betting against
fading
myself?
yourself because the instinct is lose on the road to the Giants.
How do you
Of
know
course.
my instinct is on that
Because
game?
everyone's instinct is that they lose
The
on the
Giants
road.
suck.
Okay, but
All right, so
I
you're-
got them winning it.
all right, last 2 games
doing the be different
are
bit.
home games. December 20th against Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, what's the game
Loser.
mean? What is the game? The game might not mean much for Philly. What if they've already wrapped up the division?
Well, just give me a pick.
Give me a scenario.
They have not wrapped up the division
have
yet.
not
They're
wrapped
still
up
battling with
grabs.
Dallas.
This is a home game against Philly.
Yes.
It's at FedEx.
Skins win.
all right, pull off the upset.
Skins lose in front of 35,000 raving Eagles fans.
Yeah, I think the Skins lose that game.
All right. Dallas,
EB?
week 17.
Which
you have
one?
that as a loss.
Against who?
Philly.
Philadelphia at
Of
home.
course. I mean, I'm betting heavy on Philly.
Final
right there.
game will be Dallas at home, the rematch.
Wait a minute. I got to revise something. I think I just picked them to win 3 straight.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you had them.
Oh, I got them losing to St. Louis. You're
yes.
right. All right.
They're gonna win.
Dallas, week 17. Dallas beats them because that means that's for Dallas's wild card. They got to get in.
Loser.
They got to win now for the
Skins
wild card.
beat Dallas at home.
I'm almost willing to guarantee I'm perfect on
So you
these.
got a loser. You know what's funny?
I'll
So what
take
do I
that
have in
bet.
that? What
I'll
am I
take that bet.
yeah, no,
All
I
right.
won't.
All of us
Yeah.
have the Redskins. It just worked out
Yeah.
this way. Every one of us has them finish the year 6-10.
All right. What's wrong with that?
Well, I think that's reasonable.
Well, they're 3-5.
Yeah,
You're just
I mean,
yeah.
projecting
I
another
think it's
3
reasonable.
a
Playing the
3-5
odds,
second
JP.
half.
I really think it's going to play out exactly the way I think.
All right. Tell us why we're wrong or tell us why we're right.
All right, let's go to the phones. Who's up?
I mean, that was butt easy. All right.
I could do that for every team right now.
No, for the Redskins, I could. It's fun. Let's go to Dave in DC. Dave, what's up, pal? By the way, follow me on Instagram, EB Junkies. I just tweeted a picture of Cakes another day at the office with the dunce cap, and Cakes giving the brilliant look, the dazed and confused
Yes,
look.
that's my everyday look. That's
But you're
walking
doing that.
around.
But hold on, you are doing a bit there,
Yes,
right? Okay,
yeah,
because
give
you
it-
did that. You're doing like the Eminem, like.
Okay.
Remember when Eminem was on with Brent Musburger and he was
I
giving him
hate
the weird
Eminem.
eyes?
He's
He was just-
overrated.
Yeah,
He's
that's kind of what
probably
you're
high.
doing. So check it out, EB Junkies on Instagram. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, it's not Dave, it's Jay.
What's up, Jay?
I'm sorry.
All right, shout out to the Washington Warriors, UFA champions, semi-pro this year.
All right.
But
God bless
guys,
him.
yeah, Kate, you're a hater from the Bay. I called in about a week or 2 weeks ago, and I was telling you about how the Redskins and the Nationals 2012 season and 13 season were kind of paralleled, and you were hating on me, hung up the phone on me. I'm going to tell you what. Guess what? We're
What?
not out of this. I'm trying to tell you, guess what? You guys don't have a black guy on y'all show. I'm calling affirmative action. If the Redskins win the NFC East, I want a segment on the show, damn it.
You want a segment?
Holy shit.
If they win,
If they win
if they
NFC
win, you can have one segment on one show.
If they win the division, you can come in studio for one
We're
segment.
going to win. I'm telling you, all of the games that against good teams, so-called.
Hey, what do we get if
Hey,
they don't
well,
win the
hold on a second.
division?
I think we go a step further. I think he comes in, sits in for a whole hour.
Hold on a second. Give us your rationale on why they would win the division.
Listen, all of the good teams so far, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, all of those games we have been in, if not for late turnovers. We play all of those teams well. We are still in a first-year system as far as the offense is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
We are starting to hit on all cylinders. We're getting healthy at the right time, just like the Nationals did. They were hurt in the beginning of the season, and then they started getting healthy around the middle towards the end of the season, and they got hot. So,
What about the Giants game?
I mean, come on, man.
Outlier?
I mean, everybody has a stinker
Okay.
every now and then.
What about the Texans game?
The Texans wasn't the back. It's a first-year system. Come on.
All right.
Take
Okay.
it easy.
All right, we'll
give him
see.
a chance. Give
We'll
him
see.
a chance to figure out how to utilize all of his tools, and then give him a chance to get Chris Chester out of the lineup, and then we'll be okay. I'm just saying, affirmative action. Get me on the show. I want
Affirmative action.
my 15 minutes of fame. Because you all hated on me when I said we
Right.
All right, we're here. All
There
right,
are no
stay on
quotas
hold.
here.
Stay on hold.
And
They
when
win the NFC East. I say we give them a full hour.
And then when they have 6 wins, we get nothing.
Yeah.
My man, Sean.
And if they don't, we get to tar and feather him in the studio.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? We need a downside. We do need.
Y'all
Hold on.
might not even make the playoffs, Kate.
You get pies in the face.
Yeah, you have to pay some sort of penance if your
If we
pick
want to
doesn't
do
come
that,
true.
yeah, you don't get a free roll. You know, back in the day, we used to throw pies
I'll
in the
send
face.
y'all Alito's pizza because they don't cut corners. And
You know-
that's
you know what? I think I'd rather have that.
We can already get. Hello, we already can get a connection with Lido Pizza. We already have
I wouldn't
that.
mind throwing a pizza in his face.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks.
stay
we'll
on
work on
hold.
the
Hold
particulars
on, stay on
behind
hold.
the
Get his
scenes.
information. We've got to figure out some sort of thing because he's going to lose that.
I find myself oddly wanting to hear from the seize the moment guy.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Calls in all the time.
Hold on, are you sure that wasn't the season moment?
It's definitely not because he called in on the
Do you
pregame
have
last
that
night.
call booted up anywhere?
He called during pregame last night. It's
Oh,
only
he
2
did
times
again?
I've ever
Did he
heard
say
him.
seize the moment again?
Well, that's his bit.
Oh, that's his bit, yeah.
Yeah. Of course he said
I
it.
miss him. Where are you? Seize the moment
That would be
guy.
like Vic from Aki calling in and not saying he's a coach every time he calls in.
Why can't the Redskins beat the Vikings, beat Tampa Bay,
They
have
can.
a bye week, then Robert comes back,
Well,
and it's a rejuvenated team.
Bye
and
week-
they're
bye
You're
week's
caught
in
up in
between
it.
there. The bye week, I think, is in between there.
Bye week's
bye
after
week's-
Minnesota.
Yeah, there's a bye week in
Look,
between.
the story next week is really going to define the story, because if they have a bye week after a disappointing loss against Minnesota, then it's all
By the way,
done.
does anybody want to take this
Excitement's
bet?
done.
0% chance that Robert Griffin, I don't care what kind of tantrum he throws over at Redskins Park, there is a 0% chance he starts this week.
He's not playing this week.
Right?
We'll
we
take
all
that
agree,
bet.
right?
Agreed.
Tampa.
0. He's going to throw tantrums. He's going to quote Churchill. He's going to quote Jesus. It doesn't matter. He
$1.
ain't playing.
I'll take $1.
Okay, you're in. You're in. He
And
ain't
then that
playing.
would be the right move. That would be the right move.
because the smart, prudent move is let him heal more. And the word on the street is he hadn't looked that great in practice anyway. Let him heal more and let him work on his timing.
He's going to have a full practice this week, isn't he?
Well, it
He's
helps.
going to have a full practice
I
on
would think.
Wednesday.
Well, it helps that Colt won. I mean, if they lost,
makes that
then
easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
takes the pressure off. It bought time. It was brilliant. All right, let's go to Chris in Arlington. Chris, what's up?
Hey guys, just real quick, I got to say that I got in a car accident a week ago.
Yeah.
Blessing in disguise. I used to listen to XM all the time, and now I'm wasting my money because I'm listening to you guys and Grant and Danny and Chad.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
So
we
hold on,
appreciate
you
that.
didn't prior to a
Yep.
week ago. You didn't listen.
I mean, here and there, only with national seasons. But anyway, to the Redskins,
You botched.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that we can beat the Vikings. I think we go into the bye week, then Robert plays.
Right.
We beat the Bucks. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Depending on if Brandon Whedon is going to be starting for the Cowboys, I see them going downhill. I see the Eagles losing to some good teams. I still don't see us getting above 7 and 9. But for what Jay Gruden's had to coach through, and with our young guys in the secondary growing up, I think that would be a successful season.
You know what's sick is that I might agree.
I actually agree with
A
him.
7-win season
They won
would
3
be,
games
would
last
be
year.
successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can beat the Giants, I think.
I don't know how they could get to 7 though, because I figured it out, and I think I actually have it planned out perfectly. I just don't see it wavering
I think
from that.
If you give them a win over the Giants, and we beat Dallas in Week 17 because that's just what we do, and Dallas has a major malfunction, and the world ends in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's 2 wins. Then you got Buccaneers and Vikings. I mean,
Right. Okay. Maybe you could do that math. It is true.
We
Sometimes
just
I feel
don't
like
know what those games are going to mean for those
Right.
teams at the time.
Sometimes I feel like they win meaningless games in December against like the Cowboys. You
Right.
know.
We're going to hook up the listeners right now. 10th caller at 800-636-1067 is going to win a 4-pack of lift passes to Liberty Roundtop or Whitetail. Only 4 days left to get your Liberty Roundtop Whitetail Season Pass or Advantage card at the lowest rates of the season. Hurry, offers end this Friday. 10th caller, 800-636-1067 wins now.
1-0-6-7. The Fan.